back to the WODdoc Project 365, episode 1180. Guys, if you're following along on YouTube, please jump on over to the WODdoc.com. Check out all of our full-length episodes. That's where we house them. I had a question come up about back pain and doing Olympic lifts. And this particular lift was a clean, but it will apply to both Olympic lifts, okay? Now, a reason, it doesn't have to be the only reason, but a reason that you can be getting repetitive strain towards your back when doing Olympic lifts or any of these ballistic type lifting activities is because you're initiating the ballistic portion or that plyometric portion of the lift with your back rather than your hips, okay? So follow along with this little narrative. If you see a person that's initiating this movement and they kind of look like something in the position where they get into this position, their shoulders are still over the bar right here, and then I initiate with my back, right? I initiate with my back, that movement, so it'll look like this. Right? What we saw there, we saw the movement get completed by the hip angling opening, but we saw it open from the back, right? This is what I'm talking about. Versus, what we want to be able to see is we want to be able to see that weight come into the pocket, and now I'm moving the weight vertically with my hips, okay? So what happened here? The thing that happened between this position is that I'm moving my back, right? Moving my back and opening my hip versus this position where my back is already vertical and I'm moving my legs to open my hip to move the weight vertically, all right? So we do this high hang type of stuff to learn this position, right? High hang stuff is here, right? So if I get to here and I'm moving, this is my home position. I want to be able to drive up vertically, right? To move the weight. So I generate the weight by moving my hips vertically, right? Versus moving my back into extension. Hips extend to move the weight vertically versus moving the weight back. How are two ways that we see that this happens? Or one very specific way that I see this happen is the weight is too far away from us and we never scoop our hips underneath. So this is what I mean by that. The weight being too far away from us. I start this movement, I come up, the weight is still this far out as I start to extend. Now see, look at my back extending, my hips are staying the same weight. My thighs are staying in the same position. So my back continues to extend and I bring the weight up like this. And it almost looks like a two-part movement. It almost looks like I bring it here and then I go like this, right? Versus when we see a fluid movement, is that as the weight starts to clear, my hips slide under. But notice this position, my hip angle barely changes. But now I'm in a position where I can squat, or I can finish that squat and I can come up. My hip angle can change like this, but it's a slide, right? It's a slide versus a bring the weight to here, extend the back, right? I'm sliding under the weight, driving the weight upwards versus bring the weight to my thigh, extending my leg, extending my chest backwards, my back backwards, okay? So, if you're a person that's getting repetitive strain in your back and it looks like you're extending through the back rather than generating the power vertically with the hips, this is where I would start. I would start by getting into high hang positions under coaching strategies that can watch you to make sure that you're generating that power with your hip rather than with back extension. Questions, comments, please post it below. And until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.